Hello? Uncle. Hello. Hi. 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 Hello. Hello. Hi. It's late as fuck. It's late as fuck. I'm so sorry. I've not been sleeping well. I've not been sleeping well. My sleep schedule's all sorts of fucked up now. But hi! Hi. Good to see you. I hope my hands don't die because apparently they didn't charge at all. I guess I plugged it into the wrong side. Wrong hole. How's my number one Oshi? I've been better. I've been dealing with a lot of IRL stuff. Can you just keep staying up later until you go 24 hours around? I've tried. I'm just really bad at it. I'm really bad at it. I got 7 hours of sleep last night, and that is not enough for my hypersomniac brain. Oh, a huge issue I have is like, I can like try to go to sleep, but then I won't stay asleep. I'll be like awake asleep. I don't know. I literally need like 12 hours of sleep, or else I can't function. I have a terrible sleeping issue. It's detrimental to my life. It is detrimental. Real close. Let me get over here. Oh! Hello, Bleed. Hello. Hi. Hi, John Japan. Hello. Hi, Speed. Hello. Oh, do I just like get right into it and just start yapping away? I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I don't even know how many weeks it's been at this point that I've been like dealing with bullshit. I don't know how many weeks it's been because everything just blurs together at this point. Has it been 2 weeks? Has it been 3? Has it been a month? Well, technically it's a lifelong issue, but like, Jesus, just jeez. Jeez! So, what have I been up to? I know last time I talked to you guys, I told you guys an update. My credit is frozen. Froze my credit. But I don't think a credit freeze stops soft inquiries. I don't even know where do I begin talking about where this was at. I feel like I should just like summarize the entire events up to this point. Like, I don't even know where to start.
God hates taxes. So
thank you, God hates taxes! Thank you! Thank you so much! Thank you! How are you, God hates taxes? I still hate taxes too. But luckily my taxes are paid off now, thanks to you guys. Let's hopefully I don't have to do this next year. I think I've hit that age where you like stop and reflect on everything that's ever happened to you, and you're like, fuck! Fuck! What the fuck? You know? Know what I'm talking about? Fuck! Everything, the dots start connecting. I'm trying to figure out like where to start on the timeline of events for this shit. It feels, at least it's, you know what? There's a silver lining to it. There's a silver lining to it is I can make content off it. I can be like, yeah, wanna hear all this bullshit? So, I'm 23, right? You guys know that. At least if you're a regular, you guys know that. I'm 23. I've been VTubing from the moment I turned 18. Been VTubing from the moment I turned 18. But even since before then, I made my own money. Either through stable hand, or artwork, or weird side hustles. And then I became a VTuber, and VTubing became my full-time thing. But basically, I've been making an income probably since I was 14? Maybe? I've been making income since I was 14? That sounds about right. Of course, I was making a 14-year-old's income, but it, you know, it grew over time. It grew over time. Anyways, what you could infer from that, at least, is while living under my parents' house, I was making money, supporting myself, paying for my own food, cooking my own food, buying anything I wanted, helping pay bills, and eventually, helping pay mortgages. Unfortunately. So, yeah, living with my parents' house is the most depressing thing in the world, by the way. Every time I go back to visit, I walk in that house and it's pure despair, right? My parents, they don't get along. They need to divorce, but they can't because of finances. They should divorce. Oh! I was kidnapped as a child. I was kidnapped as a child by my grandparents. By my grandparents. Not by a stranger, but I was kidnapped by my grandparents who were trying to get custody of me. Anyway. So, imagine your whole life. You see your parents fighting all the time, and you feel like there's like definitely no, like there's like two sides. Like one, your dad is like super narcissistic and like crazy. But on the other side, your mom, you don't realize it at the time, but your mom's not exactly innocent. You don't realize it until you're like 23, but she's not exactly innocent. You know? One is like a huge fucking asshole. The other is like a liar. But anyways, you think your mom's a victim the whole life. You stand up, you defend her, you get in fights with your dad. Your dad hits you in the back when you're standing up for your mom. You know, like your relationship with your dad is really fucking terrible because you sided with your mom your whole life. Right? Just like painting a picture of like a timeline. But you see yourself as like really close to your mom, you do anything for her. A few times come around. I bring up this. Back when I was Yuri, this is a specific moment in time when things were like at its peak, at its worst. This is back when I was Yuri. The fights were really bad. This is like the worst it's ever been. I was recording all the fights just in case. I was like, do I need to take this to police? You know, I have recordings of all of it. I saved it to a drive, right? It's like the worst of the worst. And that's one of the fights. That's the fight where you get hit. You get hit by your dad. That's the fight where you get hit by your dad. And so after the fight, after you and your mom have a cry together, right? You're like, we're gonna move out of here. And she's like, yeah, we're gonna move out of here. We're gonna move out of here. And we're gonna finally like be free. We're gonna get our lives together, right? So you take initiative. You buy a bunch of boxes. You start packing things. And then all of a sudden, she looks at you and she's like, you thought I was serious? You were just crying to me yesterday. And like, and you're laughing at me now? Because you're like, you thought I was serious? Yeah, I thought you were serious after I took a hit from Dad for you. That's what I was going through when I was your age. So I used to vent a lot, a little too publicly, but I'm like completely open about everything now. But back then I used to vent a lot. Like my parents' situation was like really weird, and I didn't know how to fully acknowledge it when I was a corpo VTuber. But like it was bad. It was really bad at that time. It was like at its peak, and especially I think it's because I was an adult now. I was one of the fights we had. I was like saying to both of them, like, I shouldn't have to be involved, and they looked at me like, and they're like, oh no, you should be involved in this. Like, this is not my horse. This is not my Uma Moose and my Musame. All right, this is. Why should I be involved? What do you mean I should be involved in this fight? I shouldn't. This is between you two. I shouldn't be in between you guys. Anyways, but this whole situation makes you like not want to move out because deep down you're afraid that your mom's gonna like fucking kill herself. You genuinely like you're like until you're like 22, you're like, my mom's gonna like kill herself if I leave her. My brother already is gone and across the country. I'm all she has. I genuinely thought that, you know, I was worried sick. I finally move out. And my parents make sure that I'm really close to them still. Parents make sure I'm really close to them still. I mean, like 3 minutes away from them still, you know? Like that close. So imagine now, you're living on your own for a year. Parents never visit. Despite living only like 3 minutes away. One of my gloves died. That's really stupid. Hold on. Let's put that on the... Actually, I'll leave it. Anyways, one of my gloves is dead. Whatever. Parents never visit. You keep asking them, like, you know, like, making plans with them, like, hey, come over, watch a movie. You know, let's do something for great-grandma's birthday, because, you know, she's, like, 90-something, you know, she doesn't have a lot of birthdays left. Everything gets canceled every single time. Like, you can't even just stop by and say hi. Oh, but, you know what? One day, your mom asks you out for coffee. Your mom asks you out for coffee. And you love coffee. You love Dunkin' Donuts. You love Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah, let's go get some coffee. It'll be fine. It'll be great. I get to spend the day with my mom and get some coffee. You know, you go up to Dunkin', you get your drink. She surprises you by getting you a venti. You know, like she throws those extra bucks in there to get you the special coffee. You're like, whoa, that's a big deal. Then she drives you to the bank. She says, Kiba, I need $3,000. Huh? I'm pretty sure at this point I have already like given her thousands of dollars in the past, but luckily she has like at this point like given it back, but like after like weeks to months of needing time to pay it back. I'm pretty sure I've done loaned more money to her. Because the reason I say this is because I was like, I don't have $3,000. If I pay you, well, I do have $3,000, but it's the entirety of my bank account and my savings. you know, if I give you this money, I'm not sure you're gonna pay it back right away. Like, I need this back. I you know, I live alone now. I have bills to pay. Right? Oh, actually, you know what? She never paid me that money back. I just had the realization. Oh my god, I just had the realization she didn't pay that back. I remember what she did. I remember what she did. She said that she was gonna... Okay, so she said that she was gonna, as a gift for me moving out, she was gonna give me furniture. But then she ended up actually just using the money that she owed me to buy the furniture. And apparently it's still not paid off. I found that out very recently. Like, part of it's not paid off. I just found that out. It's been 2 years. Anyways. Later on, your mom starts constantly hitting you up. I'm losing it all. It's over. Everything is over. I don't know what I'm gonna do next. Everything is fucked. I'm gonna have to get a divorce with your dad. Everything is over. My life is over. Blah, 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 blah. She needs $3,000 again. And you know what? You're fully believed. I fully believed that, like... I'm not even gonna do the third person talk. I fully believed that, like... I mean, to a degree, there is, like, some, like... fucked overness that my parents have experienced. They have gotten fucked over. I do have, like legal documents, like, proving that they've gotten fucked over. It's more like what they've chosen to deal with, the way they've chosen to deal with it, like taking money from their daughter is a little weird. I'm not an only child. But luckily for the other child, he's married. He's married now. Got married back in March, and now he I'm pretty sure, you know, my mom doesn't want to have to deal with fucking over the wife and bringing her crazy family into things, you know? So what do? Go after the single daughter. She's got a fresh credit. Less than 2 years. Yeah, so the solution I need to do is I need to get married. I need to get married fast. Yeah, and my brother's wife is a single daughter, like single child. So, like, you know her parents are crazy about her. You know her parents are crazy about her. Is my music loud? Am I crazy? Anyways, where'd I leave off? Oh yeah, I got her. It's alright, okay. I got her the $3,000 because I'm such a good daughter. I'm such a great daughter. I'm a stupid idiot daughter. In my defense, I genuinely think I just straight up didn't know better. I had to look up what bankruptcy was the other day. Like, I know, I have the idea of what bankruptcy is. I just, like, didn't know exactly what happens during bankruptcy. Alright? Please. I've had parents that their whole life, like my whole life, they just fight each other. They don't help me with anything. They don't teach me anything. You're not anywhere close to that? No, I'm not filing for bankruptcy. I was gonna go to college. Thank God I didn't, because I have fucking student loans. My brother's still like fucked by student loans. I don't want to have to deal with student loans. But the only reason I didn't end up going to college is because I didn't know how to fucking do any of it. Like, I was trying to figure it out on my own. I didn't know how to do the shit I needed to get like financial aid and stuff. And I like asked my parents for help, and they're like, I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, it's been like 2 years. My mom still owes me a total of, I think, $5,000. Technically, that'd be like more like $6,000 or some more. Ideally, if I added interest, it'd be a lot higher. Yeah. So let's fast forward to I moved out of state. This did not bide well with my parents. Back when I was in CyberLive, I almost moved states. Back then, I almost moved in with one of my gen mates and my manager, I think. I almost moved in with them. And even back then, it started a huge fight. It pissed off my mom. She wouldn't talk to me because I dared to consider moving states. Back then, this was like back when I was 18. Anyways, I bring up that I am planning to move states because I am, at this point, I think I was 22. I might have turned 23 by then when I brought up the idea. I'm either 22 or 23. I'm like, you know, because I'm an adult and I can make my own decisions. I'm like, I'm moving states. I'm moving to Kiba land. And like, our entire text conversation suddenly, like, I'd send a paragraph about like my plans and stuff, and I'd get, okay, hey, period, or nothing at all. Like, that's a really, am I crazy, or is that just like a really weird reaction to your daughter making a big life decision? And come to find, because I would talk to like, I call my grandma or something, and you know, my grandma, she's getting up in there in age, and I think she's got early onset like possibly like dementia or something. Like, it's really early onset, but like it's enough to like, she'll just like say whatever the fuck, or you know. So she's telling me, and other people are telling me, you know, like, oh, when your mom went to go visit your aunts and everybody for dinner, you know, like, they were talking about your move, and oh, your mom's just concerned you're not ready. Your mom's concerned that you don't know what you're doing. You know, like stuff like, oh, you don't drive yet. Oh, you don't have a hold on. Let me reframe this. Oh, you don't drive yet. So I signed myself up for driver's ed. I pay for driver's ed. I go to classes myself. I take the lessons myself. Suddenly, the new goalpost is, oh, you don't have a gun. Okay, I have a gun now. Now what? Like, the goalposts, they keep getting moved because there's like no good reason as to like why you think I shouldn't move. And so, you know, she's talking to my aunt, she's talking to my grandma, she's talking to my brother. I talked to my brother about it because I was like, hey, can I get some advice, big bro? Hold on, actually, I want to read my brother's advice. My brother's advice, you know, now that I think about it, paints a really good picture of the situation. Let me go back. Sorry, it's a little hard to scroll with the gloves on. Alright, this is what he had to say. I came from mom's house after a tournament in November 2021. I found out the day before this, and I told her at the end of the year my girlfriend and I would be moving to location. This is after I mentioned I'd want to live in nearer location or something close-ish. This is during the same time that the whole girlfriend mom aunt girlfriend mom's barn horse bullshit went down, so things are already bad. This is really hard because I have to like censor things. It did not go over well. She got very nasty with me for a long time, but I just sat there and listened because I knew in my head I'm moving no matter what. My girlfriend already accepted the job, so like I kind of had to. I won her talking about how she prepared me to live on my own. She loves us more than anything or anyone. We can agree on that. The difference between us moving is that when I moved, I've been living on my own for 3.5 years. I had a 6-year-long relationship. Full-time college student. And traveling all over the country at the time. I was pretty much living on my own. Plus, so-and-so kept me pretty isolated. Even in home, as you saw it, I was pretty much already like gone. So he's like basically trying to say, our situations are different, you know, like I did all this stuff that I did all this stuff when I lived back home, you know, like I was living on my own by myself for 3 years, blah 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 blah, working full-time, totally disregarding that you also work full-time, you just work differently, you work a different kind of job. I see what he was trying to say, but like it's like yeah, they kept me 3 minutes away. Living on your own is not easy. I'm going to be real. By the way, this conversation happened when I was already living alone. No issue. Living alone, paying my own bills, and paying my parents' bills. But of course, he didn't know the extent of it because we don't talk very frequently. Living on your own is not going to be easy. I'm going to be real. You're doing it right now, but when you're far away, you're actually alone. No matter how good friends are, nothing feels like family. That's for real. Thank God friends don't feel like family. Thank God. So the worry is, if you aren't truly experienced with being alone and something bad happens, and mom feels like something bad may happen to you, she really feels like something bad will happen to her as well, because she knows she can't help from so far. Get in person with her and let you know you understand the fear of your move, and know it's not going to be easy and it's going to be scary, but keep hitting in how much she's done as a good job as a mom and that you feel comfortable doing this. Keep driving that in. That will be the key with making this move feel and process the right way, not the wrong way. It's best for everyone because it's what I wish happened when I moved. Like, you could tell her we even talked about this. Like, tell her I told you about living alone. And then the rest is like really, it's just like one paragraph about like doxy stuff. So basically, the end of that conversation was basically, I know you can do this, but you need to make your mom feel like you can do this. Like you need forget your feelings. You need to consider your mom's feelings, and you need to protect her feelings and protect how she's gonna react to this. That's basically the conversation. I was like, oh, okay, this is talking to my brother's not gonna work. Anyways, I'm an adult. I can do whatever the fuck I want. I proceed with moving out, you know? That's why I started packing months in advance, because I was like, if I start packing now, no one can back me out of this. No one can back me out of this. No one... They kept trying to get me to delay my move. You know, maybe next summer would be better, you know? Like, why would I move Why would I want to move in the summer? Like, now is the perfect time. We're in the transition from winter to spring. Of course I should move right now. It's not cold and it's not hot. Like, what the fuck? No, you should move it to next year. You should extend your rent this long. Honestly, it's kind of a blessing in disguise that my leasing office contacted me and told me that if I wanted to renew my lease, I would need to renew it for like 2 years, or it was gonna be double what I was paying, which was like $3,000 a month. If you listen, they just keep pushing it and you'd still be living there. Yeah, absolutely. So I proceed with moving. The whole time, not helpful at all. I didn't get any help from my parents the whole process. So I just did everything myself. I set up everything myself. Unfortunately, some winter storms happened, and I had to move my movers, because I had movers for my old place, move into the truck, and then I had movers at the new place to move from the truck to the apartment. And I had a U-Haul. Everything I already canceled it and moved them multiple times. And then it got to a point where I was like, okay, there could be storms coming up. I'm gonna wait and see. I'm gonna wait and see if the storms are actually gonna happen before I move my movers again, because they have other clients. They tell me we have other clients, so we need to see if like we can fit you into our schedule now that you want to move again. So I was like, okay, I'm not gonna move them again until I know the storms are happening, because regardless, if the storms are happening, they're gonna cancel. So I wait, and this is like the week before I move into my current place. And we decide to go have dinner with my grandparents. My grandparents, my mom, my dad, and me. And my grandma talks to me about me moving. And all of a sudden, my mom's sitting next to me. She's going dead quiet. She's going dead quiet. She's refusing to look at me. My grandma turns and looks at my mom, and she says, "Oh, are you still giving her the cold shoulder?" You mean to tell me my mom has been purposefully giving me the cold shoulder and telling people about it because I am moving? Because I am moving? And it got into the discussion about how, like, you know, like the storms were happening. And my mom turns and looks at me, and she starts saying she's selfish. Kiba's selfish, you know, like she you know, like she was like complaining because I hadn't canceled the movers again, and she wanted me to reschedule them for another like 2 weeks out from that day over some potential storms. The potential storms did happen, but it only delayed me by a day. It only delayed me by a day. You want me, like, she's like mad because I wasn't canceling it and staying another 2 weeks. Hi, Happy Hollow. She's like, you know, like, you're not being considerate of those people that have to work. Like, you're a terrible, like, basically saying you're a terrible person for that. I was like, I'm not saying that I'm gonna make people work in the snow. I'm saying that I'm going to wait and see so I don't have to cancel them again and be that shitty person who cancels 4 times in a row and keeps changing their schedule up. I think that's selfish. Literally, my only stance was, I'm just waiting and seeing. Not, I'm gonna listen to whatever my mom says. That's what she was mad about. She's mad that I was not listening to what she says, because the whole time I was not listening to what she was saying and doing my own thing. That's why she was mad at me. I moved down here. My parents insist that they have to come with me. Insist. I pay for their gas and everything. They come down here. Of course, I have movers, so my movers move all my stuff in. And, you know, that's that. They were there for like, I think 2 days. Well, before I moved in, we went into my leasing office, and my parents chewed out loudly, yelling at the leasing office lady the whole time, embarrassing the fuck out of me. There's a bunch of people in that lobby watching me, and they're like, damn, these white people are crazy. Like, that's like and like, then my mom pulls me aside and scolds me publicly like I'm a child because I signed my own lease without running it by her and getting my mom's consent to sign a lease. Anyway. So the whole time I'm just telling them like, hey, don't touch my things. Like, leave my things in boxes. You know, I'm gonna set everything up. I don't need any help anymore. Like, you know, enjoy your time in Kiba land. You know, check out the sights. Because that's what I'm gonna do. I go out and check out the sights. I come back to my apartment. I walk in, and they've set up my living area. They've opened my boxes. They bought me this cheap patio furniture from like Home Depot or something. And then my mom pulls me aside and she starts like scolding me again, like holding back tears, like, you are so selfish. Like, where were you all day? We did all of this setup for you. Like, we got you these patio chairs. Like, we could have taken you and bought you whatever you wanted. We could have set you up. I'm like, I told you to leave. I told you to leave. I told you not to touch my things. I told you I can handle it on my own. I didn't ask you to do this. And once again, I just got a whole spiel about how selfish I am. How, like, I am your mother. How could you do this to me? And she was like, she kept giving me shit, like how I, like, rushed to move out. Like, rushed to move away. Like, yeah, my lease is gonna be up soon. Of course I'm going to move out before my lease is up. Like, crazy concept. I literally have a deadline to move out of here. Yes, that's not a crazy concept to move out before your deadline is up. So, like, it's crazy that, like, we have this dinner and then we have these multiple fights since moving here, and then they're leaving on that note. Like, you're really just leaving your daughter on that note? Like, after everything I've done for you? Like, woman, you haven't even gotten me Christmas gifts in like the last 6 or 7 years. So, like, I don't understand. I don't really understand why, like, I am treated in this scenario like that. Kiba, we got you $500 worth of furniture. Give me out $3,000. Anyways, immediately after they left, like, not even left the airport yet, my mom is non-stop texting me, can I have your tracking? Can I have your tracking? She did this for weeks. I just ignored her every time, thankfully. She kept asking me for tracking. I am 23! Oh, by the way, just the other day, because we were talking about, I sent her a picture of because I posted my alt that picture of the mail I got in, where it's like loans that have been declined in my name, and I like sent it to my mom. I was like, want to talk about this? She immediately changed the conversation. She was like, you know, for your birthday, I think I'm gonna get you shooting classes. Every single time, this is just like her thing. It's just changing the conversation or like going attack mode. Anyways, let's talk post me moving. My mom wants to take out a $40,000 loan using my credit. That is the biggest summary. That is the biggest summary of what my mom is trying to do. You could call me stupid as much as you want after I have this conversation. I'm openly admitting to you guys, I am a dumb whore. I am a dumb, stupid whore, okay? I'm not a whore, but I'm stupid. I'm fucking dumb. Anyways, what she's trying to tell me is she needs a gap loan. That's what I figured out it is. I'm learning all about loans because I don't know shit about loans, because guess what? I don't need to take out loans. I'm financially responsible. I don't need loans. I don't fucking need loans. But she's nonstop about this shit. She's like, she needs a $40,000 gap loan, which she was trying to say that she had funding secured, that she was gonna pay it off right away, and she's gonna use the $40,000 loan to give me the $5,000 that she owes me. Or $6,000. Sorry, I keep forgetting it's like $6,000 now. She's gonna use it to give me the $6,000 that she owes me. And then the rest is supposed to like, she wanted to use it to flip houses. That's what she wanted to do. And she just kept saying, I need to flip these houses. I need to flip these houses. I'm thinking to myself, like, who have you promised something? Who have you promised something? You do not need to flip these houses. You are, my mom and dad, they are empty nesters now. They do not have children. Sell your house. Sell your house. Sell your extra furniture. Take the fucking hit for once instead of putting the hit on your daughter. She wants to take out a loan to pay you back. Yes. I'm not gonna lie. At a point, she kind of backed me into a corner where I was like, okay, I'm willing to help under these extremely strict circumstances. My extremely strict circumstances were, and we drafted like a contract and everything. You cannot financially fuck me. You cannot fuck my credit score. And there is absolutely no way. The fucking music's amazing for this. There's no way that you are letting anyone put a hard inquiry on my credit. And as you guys know, like, if you want a $40,000 loan, that's kind of fucking impossible to find someone that's gonna put a hard inquiry, or not put a hard inquiry on your credit score for $40,000. It's a very high risk loan. I told her I don't want anything to do with your houses. I don't want anything. I need you to pay me back. Do not redeem.
Do not redeem that 40k loan.
I know.
Face emoji, folded hands emoji.
But I felt secure in knowing that, like, hey, she's not gonna be able to take a loan out of my name. And one, she's not gonna be able to take a loan out of my name because anything's gonna want a hard inquiry. And two, I told her I needed everything ran by me and gone through me because, you know, if I'm gonna be on alone, I need to talk to whoever. She said she would. She never got any of the people that she was talking to involved because I'm here finding out that she has been nonstop taking my loans out in my name. Or trying to. They're all getting rejected. Thank God. But, you know, I've come to realize a couple things. One, she has my social security number. I guess she's like written it down, put it to memory. And then two, I'm either certain of one of two scenarios. So, when I got my driver's license, I got my driver's license while I was moving to where I live now, right? So they have to mail it to you, and they have to mail it to the address that's on your ID. By the way, I'm gonna get my new driver's license, so that's gonna like help even more. But I had to get mailed to like my residence, so my mom had to mail it to me. Well, come to find, I keep asking about her, like, hey, where's my ID? Like, this is really embarrassing. I'm going to buy alcohol, and I keep getting carded, and I have to pull out this piece of paper that looks like a fucking receipt to say, hey, I'm over 21, and it's embarrassing every time because they always have to pull their manager out and be like, hey, is this legit? You know, every single time. It's fucking embarrassing. Where's my ID? And she starts spinning this story about how it's gotten lost in the mail. Meanwhile, I have gotten a letter from my grandma in like 2 days' time from her sending it out. No problem. So I still have not received. I don't know what happened to this ID. My mom's trying to tell me the mail lost it. So I'm like, okay, I need to get another one. And what does she do? She doesn't tell me like where I'm supposed to call. She calls down to the like DMV or whatever, pretends to be me. That's fraud. And gets a new one issued. And that one takes forever to get to me. And she kept saying, oh, the mail's probably lost this one too. Eventually I do get it. And I, you know, because the tracking is on the envelope, I pull up the tracking for it. And it says like it was shipped out like the day before. So it's like, so two scenarios. There's two scenarios here. Scenario one, at least this is how I believe it happened. Scenario one, the first one did get lost. The second one, she definitely got pictures of it. Scenario two, she has the first one and I have the second one. I really don't believe there's any other scenario. This is why it's very important that I need to very quickly. I'm gonna have to pay fees for it, so that's why I haven't done it yet. Because I'm gonna have to pay late fees. But I need to go get my new state ID. And it's funny because she keeps asking like about if I've gotten my new ID yet, because I think she wants it. She would keep sending me like, she would forward me emails about loan stuff. Just the few that she was willing to selectively share with me, because I would give her shit about it, like, hey, what's going on? What is this shit? She'd be like, oh, this is what's happening. And I'd be like, I would just like, she's like, oh, I need you to, you know, go to this link, sign something. I would never sign it. I'd never send them anything. Oh, one thing. Okay, so my taxes. The reason why I suddenly freaked out and had to owe $4,000 in taxes. So I started getting sketched out because all this loan stuff was starting to happen. And she asked me, she's like, I need to file your taxes, even though she told me that previously. She told me previously that she already filed my taxes. Because the whole thing is like, she's like, we have a family tax guy. You just send me your stuff and he'll file for you, right? I don't know any better. I'm a fucking dumb child, all right? I'm still figuring out life, right? all I've ever known is bullshit, all right? She's asking me to send bank statements for like the last couple months, like the last 4 months or whatever, and I'm like, okay, that's suspicious as fuck. What the fuck you mean you need my last 4 bank statements for taxes? What the fuck you need my bank statements for taxes? You know, I'm still dumb, but like at this point, I'm like on the edge of like not being as dumb anymore. I'm like, oh, I'm not falling for that. You need that for loans. You need that for loans. And so that's where I was like, okay, I'm gonna look into tax stuff, right? I'm gonna look into tax stuff immediately. I pull up IRS, you know, I make my own little account, whatever. And I'm seeing on here, there's like no history of filed taxes. There's just notices of non-filing for like the last couple of years. So I'm like, has she not been filing my taxes? This is gonna be fucking terrible if you know she's not filing my taxes. Come to find, oh, she is filing my taxes. She is. As a dependent. I'm 23 and I'm not a student. And I most definitely make enough to be taxed. I absolutely make enough to be taxed. Absolutely. So I was like, all right, tax day is literally 5 days away. I am going to figure out how to file my own taxes real fast. I was gonna wait until like, I was just gonna wait until like my parents couldn't do it for me anymore. But no, I was like, in that moment, I'm absolutely filing my own taxes. So I filed my own taxes. I got it down as much as I could. I owed like $3,500 in to the IRS, and then like $500 in state taxes. And so that's why I suddenly, urgently, it was like really fucked up on the tax thing, because it was literally just so sudden. I hadn't been needing to deal with taxes because I was misled about my situation for so long. So here on, I'm filing my own taxes, as I should have been, but I truly, like, I keep getting misled into thinking my parents, you know, is it wrong to assume that your parents have your best interest at heart? Is that wrong for someone to assume? To like blindly trust their parents that they have your best interests in heart? Like, let me put it in this perspective. My whole life, I've stuck my neck out for my mom. When I was a kid, I would go get the mail for my mom, and you know, like, and like hide it for her so like she could go through it before my dad could go through it. You know, I'd help my mom with paying the mortgage. I literally put myself in between my dad and my mom when they were fighting. I bring up, like, when I was in a company, this is not the sole reason I left my company. However, one of the big things that made me make the decision to leave instead of try to work things out and stay was I was worried that, like, the legal issues would cause, like, financial, like, harm to my parents. I didn't want them having to help me pay potential thousands of dollars in legal fees. Right? I didn't want to financially fuck my parents. I don't give a shit about that situation anymore. It's been 3 years, but I definitely give a shit about it in relation to my parents. Especially because my mom is the one who like wrote most of my fucking messages for me during that whole debacle. I feel like I could have been a lot more courteous. You know? What the fuck do I know? I'm just some stupid wolf. That's the only reason I bring that up. Because like it's like every point of my life I've like, and I didn't move out because I was worried about my mom's mental health. Everything, every like section of my life has taken my mom into consideration instead of myself into consideration. I put my mom first so many times. Put my family first because, you know, I've been taught to believe that blood is everything. Blood is the thickest thing in the world, and is, you know, like this most important thing that you're supposed to pay attention to and maintain. But no, I'm just some naive, stupid fucking dog. And I had to learn out the fucking hard way. It's stupid, man. I try to be as transparent about all this as possible. Because, like, I want you guys to know what I've been dealing with, and I want you guys to know that, like, this shit's not fucking, like, easy. It's not emotionally easy. It's not easy to comprehend. I don't know what the fuck is going on most of the time, and that fucking sucks. I don't know what's going on, and I don't know why this keeps happening. I don't know why I keep getting fucked over, and now I have to fucking deal with the consequences of it. And so now, you know, now the last couple weeks, the things I've been dealing with is I'm getting weird mail to my new address about potential loans I've never heard of. And you know, like, I look in through our conversations, I don't even know what these are. And they're like trying to pull out in my name and getting denied because I can't believe it. This is actually saving me, but I have a balance on my credit. That's what was saving me before I had my credit frozen. That's what was saving me. Because, you know, I'm still, like, having to pay off, digging into my credit because I just moved states. And then I suddenly had to pay the fucking IRS because, I could no longer trust my parents to, do whatever they were doing with my taxes anymore. So, like, I had to put that on hold so I maintain a credit balance. I've been paying it off now. I'm able to pay it off now because I can focus on it. But that saved me. I mean, having a credit balance was getting me denied from loans I didn't even know about. I have active cases open right now with these lenders that have hard inquiries on my account. I've got either 3 or 4 of them. The reason I say 3 or 4 is because I think the 4th one is like, it looks like it's a credit card that it's not in my name. It's not, it's probably rejected because it doesn't show up on it doesn't show up on my credit reports as like an open card. But it looks like it was an attempt to pull out a credit card that I absolutely didn't want to. It was like, oh, let me look it up. Oh, it was Capital One. Yo, thank you for the Dr. Peppy! Thank you for the Dr. Peppy!
12 pack.
So I assume that was probably a credit card. And so it's either one of 2 situations at this point. And either way is either situation is fucked up. Situation 1, because my mom's trying to tell me these loans aren't hers. By the way, non-stop, I get texts and calls non-stop, either with my name or with my mom's name, like from like loan companies, like, hey, we have an offer for you. Hey, we've got some fast funding for you. So it's one or two situations. Situation one, it is her. Just fucked. Situation two, she's given my information to too many shady people, and now I'm experiencing someone else committing fraud on my identity. It's one or the two, and both of them, the common denominator is my mother. Because I know for a fact I'm not taking out loans. I know for a fact I'm not trying to get funding. And by the way, when I told her that, like, I'm not doing any of this, I'm like, I'm not helping you with any of this, she gives me the whole spiel like, well, then I can't pay you back. I'm like, that's not what you say. No, that's not true. You will be paying me back. I'm not helping you pay me back. Because what this is you're trying to get me to loan to help you and help myself. I will take the blow on this $5,000-$6,000. I will take the blow and just accept defeat. But that doesn't change the fact that you owe me, and it is your financial responsibility to pay me back, not mine. It is not my financial or credit responsibility to get fucked. Sell your fucking house. I don't care anymore. You don't need all that space, especially when your children have moved out. Sell the house. I don't care anymore. I need to help you pay. I need you to help me pay you back. Is insane work, essentially. And she keeps like saying things like, "Oh, you know, I'm doing this for you, so that you can go buy a house in the future." I'm like, I can buy a house without you. All right, I don't need your help to buy a house, right? And so another thing is, she had forwarded me at something at some point about a loan, right? And I don't think she expected me to see the rest of the emails. Like, you know how like it's in a thread? Like emails, like when you forward an email, you're gonna get all the other conversations, right? I don't think she expected me to see the other conversations. So she was trying to get this $40,000 loan again. Except this time it's no longer a gap loan. Clearly, it's no longer clearly a cap loan because she talks about like paying it back, and it's like the reason she lists all the reasons she needs it is like now for like her personal business that's like not related to the houses or anything, and she's still trying to tell me it's for house flipping, but I don't know how it could still be for house flipping because I don't know how you still have these houses, because we've been talking about flipping these same houses for multiple months now. Houses that like I don't know what partner you have that you like promise something, like you promise to be able to help them flip these houses, but you cannot flip these houses. And I don't think you have these houses anymore. I think you still need she needs this money for something. She's got some sort of debt that she needs to pay off. Clearly. I don't know what it is because there's so many lies at this point. There's so many lies that I don't know what's real, what isn't, what's the truth, what the money needs to be needed for. And you know what sucks? You know what sucks? The biggest thing that sucks about all of this, and this is something I can't like fully explain to people unless they're in my shoes. I love my mom. That's what sucks. I deeply love my mother. I love her so much. I love her. That's my mama. I've spent my whole life sticking my neck out for her because I love her. When I was having a very good relationship with my dad, my brother moved away, we barely talked. Family's slowly dying or going to retirement homes. I didn't make friends outside of high school. You know, all I had was my mom for like the longest time. And that's what makes everything so hard. It makes conversations with her so hard. It makes fighting with her on this so hard. And I just wish she would give me the respect I deserve. After everything I've done. Like one of our fights we had when I was like saying, I'm not doing this loan stuff with you. I'm not doing it. She was like, one of the things she brought up was like, well, I should have made you, I should have made you get a real job when you lived in my house. You know, I should have made you get a real job. But I didn't. I said you went and worked for VTubing companies and like, bitch, I was paying your mortgage. What the fuck you mean get a real job? I was paying your mortgage. What, you want me to go work in a federal minimum wage state at McDonald's and make not even half of what I was paying you? She's just reaching for anything that she can say. That's why she keeps going back to the, well, I can't pay you anymore, because she doesn't have anything. The only thing I'm really concerned about is I do have a couple things still at her house. Like my old PC. I really want to get the hard drive off of that, my old PC. The things that I'm gonna sell the parts though. Like the PC is not functional. It's the PC that I raised money for to replace. It was a 1050. The RAM I think I can sell. I can sell the RAM. But it was a 1050, so it's kind of like a useless to me. Cool. But I want the hard drive. I want the hard drive and the RAM. The rest, I don't know what I'm gonna do with because I don't know how much it's really worth. But I want to get that. I have a few things that are still back home that I wasn't able to move with because I didn't have the space. Like my Webkins collection. That means a lot to me. That means a lot to me. That way my Webkins collection's there. I probably have a few things like some bedding. I have a lot that I can get rid of. So I know when I go back, like for holidays, I'm bringing my car and putting as much as I can in my car. 1050. It was a 1050. I'm pretty certain it was a 1050. I don't think it was a 1070. Unless I'm confusing it with my laptop. 1050 or 1070. I'm pretty sure it was a 1050 though. It's got me second guessing. Anyways, it was a piece of shit. I couldn't run any modern games on it. No, I still get shit to this day with people saying I ran with like PC money. No. I raised $4,000. It was a $2,000 PC. Put the pieces together. It's right here. It's right next to me. I gave you the PC part picker. You guys know what's in it. All right? It's right here. It exists. I streamed with it. All right? Before I left, I streamed with it. Like, I didn't run with no fucking money. Went right into the PC. Then I instantly started streaming with it. Stop saying it! Stop saying it! I always have to say this because, like, it's always gonna, like, start shit. My gripe is not with the company. It is with you drama fags. Like, you guys need to stop. Like, you guys need to stop. You're causing strife for everyone. Stop. Respectfully, stop. But yeah, I need to get that old computer. I need to get the RAM. I'm gonna sell the RAM. I'll donate all the bedding. I don't need the bedding. Anything that might be mine. Oh, I've got old drawings. I want to get the old drawings. I'm gonna have to go through all of them because there's a big box of them. I'm gonna go through all the drawings, take pictures of stuff I want to keep. Keep the physical copies of the ones I really like, and then toss all of them. Basically, I want to do all this so I make sure that nothing is held over my head. Like, nothing is held over my head. Like, we can't say, oh, I've got your stuff. I'm gonna withhold your stuff from you, or I'm gonna throw out your stuff, you know. I'm either going back for Thanksgiving or Christmas. I'm not sure which one yet. For me, I'm waiting on my brother's schedule, is really what it is. I'm waiting for my brother's work schedule, because then I'll go back when he goes back. You know? I can't make it to both holidays. That's a lot of gas money. But I'll go whichever one my brother's going to. But yeah, I'm gonna get all my stuff. Reason I don't feel comfortable hard cutting off my mom is one, the emotional aspect is really hard. It takes time to go through that. The second one is I have a genuine fear she's gonna show up at my door. I have a genuine fear she is going to show up at my door. One time when she was out of town when I was younger, I passed out on melatonin. And I was like still asleep at like 3 p.m. I woke up to someone bashing through my door. My bedroom door, not my front door, my bedroom door. I didn't know who they were because apparently they were a neighbor and I didn't know my neighbors very well. I was like, who the fuck are you? You know? And then followed up by like my grandparents showing up, family showing up. Because I had missed my mom's text messages. Thank you, honey! Thank you so much. Thank you for the tip. And guess what? They confiscated my melatonin. You confiscated my fucking melatonin! I needed that. I needed that. I'm sorry I missed your text, but my phone was like on vibrate or something. I was missing it. Anyways, that was enough to constitute like my mom like almost called the cops too. It sucked. That sucked. So like the other day, I don't respond to my mom's text as much anymore. Like I keep it really slow and very limited information because like she is so nosy about my life. Because you know she's using it to like kind of try to control me. So I try not to message her much. But I hadn't been messaging her because I think I was asleep or something again, you know, because I have an abnormal sleep schedule. Ignoring my really bad one right now, I have an abnormal sleep schedule for streaming and stuff. She's like, do I need to come down there? I'm looking at flights, blah, 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 blah. Luckily, I woke up and saw him right before she could freak out even more. I'm also trying to prevent widespread family drama. Another thing is I want to make sure that like, I don't know, like I taken my other family into consideration, like my grandma who's in her 90s and my other grandma who's not faring very well. Family drama is a lot different than like friendship drama. They're not even comparable. I don't think people understand. Family drama is the hardest thing in the world to navigate. It is not simple. It is not clean. It is not pretty. And you can at least change your friends. You can change who you associate with. Luckily, I'm in a spot where I live far away. I can't be ambushed anymore for like money or something. It's easier to say no when you're not getting ambushed in a parking lot with your mom crying next to you and telling you she's gonna lose it all if you don't help her. And like I said, it's hard. I love my mom. And I wish she wouldn't be doing this because, like, I don't think she realizes all this, like, loan shit and everything she's doing. She's irreparably harming our relationship. Irreparably. I used to love to text my mom. I loved talking to her. I loved calling her. I'd call her for hours. Tell her about my day. Talk about what's going on. And it's sad because, like, this whole money, all this, ever since I became, like, 21, and she's, like, started, like, pestering me about, like, you know, helping her pay shit, like helping her, like, pay her mortgage. Like, ever since I moved out, really, is where it, like, really took off bad. It's, like, it's been hurting our relationship. There's a lot of things that needs to be done. Both my parents need therapy. And then they need couples therapy. And then they need financial help. If they need financial therapy. Whatever it's called. What's it called? Financial consultation. Give him Caleb Hammer. Dude, it'd be Caleb Hammer's. I guarantee you, if my parents want Caleb Hammer, it'd be his best episode. It would be his best episode. That's a high bar. It's bad. And I've watched a lot of episodes of Caleb Hammer. I've watched a lot of episodes. It would be one of his very best. I can imagine the title, like, this couple's financial situation is fucked. World's most fucked up couple. What the fuck is wrong with this family? Ay. Or to draw multiple lines in the sand, you already foresee a situation where mom should just by your door. Not because it's happened before, because the boundaries are respected. So yeah, my plan of action, I've froze my credit. I'm not unfreezing my credit. Short term, I need to get my state ID. I need to report fraud activity. I need long term to figure out about changing my social security number, which is gonna suck. But I do think it is the right step. I need to get my stuff, anything that remains in my parents' house, I need to get it and find somewhere to put it. And then, and only then, can I take drastic decisions. Ultimately, people don't want to be with family. So, like, the happy, like, hopeful side of me is, like, I don't want to have to, like, cut off family. Because, like, family's so important. But, like, I can't also... I can have those feelings and be sad about them and mourn it and grieve it. But, like, if it keeps happening, if I keep getting fucked, I need to put myself first. It's emotionally gonna be fucking terrible. Like, it tears me apart. This is why I can't get sleep. Alright? Anything I ever worried about on the internet, you know, any fucking stupid internet drama, VTuber drama, you know, I've learned that all that stuff is so insignificant now. Because now I have, like, actual fucking shit affecting my real life, my real future, you know, they keep fucking my credit. Like, how am I supposed to get a house? If that's gonna even affect potentially renting somewhere, you know? Especially when I'm trying to get out of this fucking drug town. I don't know what to call it. I'm trying to get to a different place. It's a little bit nicer. Like, it genuinely has potential to fuck up my future, and that is scary. So maybe if you want a happy takeaway from this, remember that you can shut off the computer at any time. You can turn off the computer at any time. What's most important is your real life. Anything that happens online is insignificant and unimportant. And literally, it is literally just toiling for the toiling. You can just close your eyes. But unfortunately, closing your eyes won't stop you from your parents fucking your credit. So focus on what really matters. Dude, if I did move to the fucking Czech Republic, I would be so far away. I need those beer vending machines, man. I need those beer vending machines. Imagine how much easier my life would be if I could just get beer from a vending machine. Yeah, beer vending machine. I was literally just thinking that beer vending machines never say it's 2 a.m. you can't buy anymore. What do you mean? 2 a.m. is prime drinking time. I don't get it. It's prime drinking time. Why would I want to? Why are all the alcohol hours limited to daylight hours? I don't want to day drink. But yeah, it's been so stressful that I haven't been able to sleep properly. My sleep schedule is so fucked because I just like I stay up at night stressing so badly. I'm just like thinking about the entire situation. I'm like I'll like reach over, grab my phone, and research on how to fucking deal with the situation, and like be in contact with these lenders so I can get the hard inquiries off my name because like. And I wish like I could like lean on like someone else, like lean on my dad, but like. My dad's fucked in his own way. It just sucks. And you know who I used to lean on so much? And it's really sad. I could almost cry about it. You know who like I used to like lean on my whole life? It was like kind of like a second mother to me? My grandma. My mom's mom. And unfortunately, the state of her right now is she's like early onset dementia and like wheelchair bound, and like she got severely fucked over by her COVID vaccines. That's essentially what happened. She got severely fucked over by her COVID vaccines. And it sucks. I can't talk to her like I used to. I can't like rely on her like I used to. When I was young and a child and getting into fights with my mom, she would come and pick me up, take me out, come to my rescue. I'd go and stay at her place for a bit. This is why you put your trust in Christ. He's the faithful one. Unironically, okay, so start of 2025, I was severely depressed. I don't know. I'm sorry if you guys don't care to hear about religious stuff. I'm not gonna push it on you. I'm not gonna push it on you. But like that's the time like I got closest to, I think, God, and really started getting back immersed in reading my Bible and everything. I've talked about it briefly on stream. I don't try to push it on you guys, but like it has helped tremendously. Lately, every time like I'm stressing, one of the things I do is like I've been whipping out the Bible. That's probably why I've been like making so many that's a hard word. Someone type it out. Biblical? That's biblical. But no, that's not the words I want to. Isn't that the word we just say? Biblical references. That's so hard for me to say. Biblical less. Wait, sorry. That's why I've probably been making so many biblical references lately. That's one of the things that has unironically been helping me with the stress. Especially since my trust is like in people is like fucking bottom tier. Like it's really hard to trust as a VTuber, period. I think anyone that's a VTuber can say that. It's really hard to, or I guess anyone that's a content creator. It's hard to trust. Especially when it comes to like friends and everything, because it's like, are they friends with me? Would they still be friends with me if I had not been a content creator? Or would they treat me the way they treat me if I was not a content creator? Or would they have the reactions to the things I say if I were not a content creator? Life is a constant spiral of that. You can't fucking kind of avoid it. You just have to suppress those kinds of thoughts. So then when you bring into like the fact that you can't even trust your own blood family, like it's just like your trust levels are low. Trust levels are low. So I think that's one of the things that really pushed me hard towards getting more in touch with religion. And it's been a great way to relieve my stress and I don't know, feel supported. Yes. Yeah. Once again, I don't talk about things like religion or politics or anything on stream. Just because I know people start shit. I mean, people give people shit for being Christian. People give shit for other things. You know, I'm not like it feels weird that at this point that if I mention that I'm Christian, that like people would put me into a category of being a chud for my religion, which is really weird when you take into account like most of America is Christian. So I just don't bring it up on streaming because I don't want to be reduced to some fucking chud VTuber for mentioning that I'm Christian. I don't know, so I just don't talk about it. Kibbles are not gonna scare anyone off. I mean, I hope not. If I did get filtered, you know, I guess, you know, I don't want you in my community if you're gonna judge me for being Christian. Religion shaming is ass, man. And at this point, like, it's like you can't mention religion without mentioning politics. And it's all so tiresome. It's all so tiresome, you know? So I always think, like, at the end of the day, like, it's so funny whenever I see, like, people always either assume, like, they always try to put me into, like, two categories all the time. They're either trying to put me into it, like, they either try to make me a total chud, or they try to make me, like super woke. And it's like really funny because I think, you know, like, at the end of the day, I feel like my politics would greatly surprise all of you. My politics would greatly surprise all of you and probably impress you. But I keep them to myself. Because that's not what my content's about. My content's not about politics. Said you are two wolves. One is a chud, the other's woke. Oh my god. Of course I get dog food ads on your stream. I don't like politics in VTubing. I really don't. I think there is absolutely a niche and a space for political content creation. Absolutely, on both sides. Because it's, let's be real, there's only two parties. Let's be real. There's a time, there's a place. However, I consume VTubers for cute anime girl doing cute things. I'm fine with politics, but most people can't talk about the topic without going shit. Pretty much exactly what you said. Unfortunately, there's no way to have a political discussion anymore without it becoming like violent. So it's like, I'd rather not see it. I care about politics on how it affects me and how it affects the world, and I keep that to my IRL life. You know? That's what voting's for. That's what's voting for. However, VTubing is my hobby and job, and it's a hobby as a consumer and a job as the producer for me. So I'm both a watcher and a streamer. And I kind of just, you know, I'm not a fan of politics. If that's your thing, be my guest. I don't like politics. I really don't. It's not my thing. I don't like it in my media. That's just my opinion. I'm not gonna consume it. Kiba, who's your Oshi? Do I have an actual Oshi? I can list you VTubers that I'm deeply fans of. We go for Hololive. I have no Oshi. Hololive, I have no Oshi. All my Oshis graduated. If we don't include my friends, I would say Crumb is my Oshi, but Crumb's also my friend. I'm a big fan of Chibidoki. I think she's fucking funny. I love her ability to have an absolute autism for streaming. That is literally her special interest. You know, she edits all her videos, she does her shorts, she does her memes. Like, she's out there doing it all. Like, that deeply impresses me. She's a really funny girl. One Man Army. I know, right? Let's see, who else would I consider like an Oshi? I mean, I feel weird calling it Oshi. It's like someone I watch a lot, but like I don't have like, I firmly believe you can only have one Oshi, you know? You can only have one Oshi. You got VTubers that you're big fans of, but you can only have one Oshi. Meow isn't really a VTuber. I mean, she's got a VTuber model, but I don't see her as like an Oshi. If she were a VTuber, I'd call her a VTuber Oshi. Yeah, she's like a flush Oshi. She's like not an idol. But yeah, she's like one of my favorite streamers. This is hard. I guess another Oshi I could say I have is Cerber. I don't know if you guys know Cerber, but I watch a lot of her streams. Who's your Oshi in Hololive? Chloe? Chloe was my Oshi. And then my Ian Oshi was Ame. Oshi. Favorite VTuber. I also really liked Gura. I watched all of Gura's early streams before I was like a full-time VTuber. I watched every one of her early streams. I think that was like up until like I watched every single one up until like one of her, like when she finished off doing one of the Amnesia streams. Yeah, Server the Pupper. I'm like looking over at my VTuber merch. A lot of these people, they're like my friends. So like I feel weird calling them my Oshis. But at the end of the day, they're some of the VTubers I watch the most. And I admire them. I really admire Crumb. I really admire Para. I really admire Lisa. I really admire Meru. Who else is over there? Chando's over there. Yeah, Pekora. Fubuki. Okayu. Korone. Marin. I watch a lot of plushies. I mean, I guess they're not plushies. I watch a lot of non-VTubers. I watch a lot of Smitty. I like Smitty. I think Smitty's really funny. I watch Soviet Womble. What languages do I speak? English. I learned a bit of Spanish for a while. I learned a bit of Japanese. I learned a bit of Czech. But not enough to say that I could speak them confidently and conversationally. I don't really buy... You bring up a good point, Twain. I don't really buy VTuber merch anymore unless it's my friends. I've kind of stepped back from VTubers as well. Ironically, as a VTuber. Started, like, the way I buy merch now, I, like, buy more non-VTuber merch because I don't get sad the day that they graduate. It retains its happiness value long term when it's an anime figure and not a VTuber figure. I look at I've got Chloe's birthday merch and the signed card and everything, and it makes me sad every time I see it. A lot of my hobbies and stuff, like, and interests have, like, gone away from VTubing lately. VTubing is, like, that thing I do for a living and for fun. And then, like, nowadays, like, I don't really consume VTuber content. So, like, if I look at my Twitter feed, most of my Twitter feed is not VTubers. It's, like, Tamagotchi and anime and, like, video games and Destiny 2 and yeah. I'm still here as a streamer, but like my interest as like a YouTuber fan is honestly faded a little bit. I still have deep respect and love for the medium. It's just not something that is like my primary interest anymore. Other than being a content creator in it. Which is ironic, I know. I'm more interested in gaming than VTubers. Well, I feel like I'm kind of the same way. I feel like I'm a gaming streamer. Sometimes I'm like a gaming and yapping streamer. With a VTuber model. That's how I feel oftentimes. Because like I don't have interest in like making... I don't have an interest in making like the other aspects of VTuber content. You know? I don't like making skits. I don't like making concerts. I like karaokeing sometimes for fun. And then I'll make a music video every now and then as like a gift to you guys, but it's not something I would ever want to do long term. I don't... Be real with you. I don't like singing. I like singing in terms of like, I like singing songs I like and having fun. I like music. I don't like singing. Right? There's like a aspect of VTubing where there's like idols and stuff. Like, I don't want to sing. I really don't want to. I don't want to have to get singing lessons and practice singing. I want a game. That's what got me into VTubing, is I like gaming. If VTubing wasn't a thing, I'd be a gaming streamer. Just a regular gaming streamer. Yeah, big difference between karaoke singing and idol singing. But then I also just like, I don't like the idea of like, I don't want to do skits. I love occasionally putting out some creative content for you guys. Just because I like want to. But like, I don't like want to like make my content like... That's a bunch of things VTubers do. Cooking stream. Or like hand cams. Or roleplay. Sometimes I like doing ASMR, but even then I don't like out of my way go out to like do like insane roleplay scenarios and stuff. I don't know, I like, my favorite form of content is playing a video game for you guys. And I think I'm above average at gaming. Right, guys? Please back me up. Please back me up. I'm a pretty good gamer, right? Usually. Come on, guys. Seem decent. I'm definitely not esports level. I'm not Doki Bird going into Apex Legends and winning fucking tournaments. That's for sure. But I don't think I'm like basic girl level gamer. I also like my interest in games is like not like not like other girls. My interest in games is not like cozy games. I can play a cozy game and enjoy it, but like that's not like my primary interest in games. I like games that have good action, good story, niche graphics. I really like niche graphic games. You first try tons of bosses in so many games. You wouldn't be hired as a gaming journalist. Well, gaming journalists don't like games. They don't care about games. None of their opinions are valid. I loved Overwatch in the good old days of Overwatch 1. I really think it was a fun game. But like they've irreparably damaged their reputation. I miss Overwatch 1. It's so sad that they fucking made it 2 and then just made it 1. Like, it's like, what a fumble. What a fucking weird fumble to witness. I'm not gonna lie, I liked Overwatch more when the lore wasn't deep. Overwatch just doesn't feel like one of those games that needs deep lore. Like, sure, it needs some sort of story to explain why you are where you are, and like, you know, give some sort of personality and backstory to each character. But beyond that, I don't think it needs deep lore. Because it's like, it's a 6v6 game. You know? On the other hand, because you don't have, like, I think lore is more built for open world gaming. So like, Destiny makes absolute sense for lore, and I love, and Destiny's lore is fucking deep, and I love it for that. I love their deep ass lore. I'm obsessed with the lore in Destiny. That's why I came to love Destiny so much. Is I'm obsessed with the story. I'm obsessed with the lore. I'm obsessed with the characters. I'm obsessed with the world building. But you know what has lore apparently and does not need it? Minecraft. Okay, I'm fucking over it. I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm over how they're trying to shove lore into the world of Minecraft. Stop. I think that's one of the things that has been fucking hurting Minecraft and its updates so much, is they want lore. They want things to make sense. Yes, Minecraft has lore. It's stupid. Watch a Minecraft lore video. It's so stupid. It doesn't need it. And it's like the most limited sandbox. It's like so funny that it's supposed to be a sandbox. It's the most limited sandbox ever. Modern Mojang and Microsoft is what's putting lore in Minecraft. God, if only Notch still owned Minecraft! If only! Imagine! Imagine! Minecraft, I beg you, stop adding updates for blocks. Stop adding updates for building. I get that mining or building is an aspect of the game, but guess what? You know what the game is called? Minecraft. Minecraft. It feels like mining and crafting has become such a tiny aspect of Minecraft. Am I crazy? It's a building sim in modern times. It's a cozy game. That's the thing that gets me. They turned Minecraft into a cozy game. They literally advertise Minecraft like a cozy game now. It's become block. Please, Minecraft, add more exploration. Add more endgame. I feel like the end is the worst thing to happen in Minecraft because it's called the end. Am I crazy? Am I crazy for that? I feel like that's like one of the things that sucks the most, is because they take the end literally. They take it literally, they treat it like the end of the game, and they're like unwilling to advance further. Minecraft should have had more progression, more scaling, more endgame, more dimensions. More bosses. I honestly think Netherite was a step in the right direction. A lot of people hated Netherite. I think it was a great step in the right direction. Except they didn't exactly provide something you needed Netherite for. It's like they set you up for like they set you up with higher tier tools and weapons for an end game that didn't exist. And unfortunately, since Minecraft is owned by Mojang, they're afraid they're not like an indie game where you can like admit, hey, this direction is wrong, we're gonna change things up for like a better future of the game or something. Because if it were an indie studio game again, I think the play would have been what's the word? I don't know, going back on the end being the end. Fuck it, rename it to the void. Or read it to the ender. Rename it to the ender or something. And then you would take that cap off the game, where the end is supposed to be the end. And then you can create more end game, more content, more progression. They keep trying to stuff things at the start of the game, and it doesn't extend the progress it takes to get to killing the Ender Dragon and beating the game. It doesn't really extend it. Nothing has really changed. Like, I could go into Minecraft right now and play Minecraft basically the same I played it as 10 years ago and still beat the Ender Dragon the same way. But at the same, yeah, well, Twain says I think they'd rather remove the progression instead. If that was their direction, they need to stop adding limitations. Because they keep, anytime something fun gets added to the game, they limit it. Everyone brings up the fireflies. We're not mad because they removed a 2-pixel mob from the game. We are mad at what it means. They removed it because, oh, frogs shouldn't eat fireflies or something. They didn't add sharks to the game because they don't want negative connotations about sharks. You have to pick a path. You're either gonna be full sandbox, and you're going to let up on some restrictions and add more stuff to the game, or you're gonna add progression to the game and make it a survival experience. Yeah, it's a fucking game. Who cares about the connotations of adding sharks? Oh, it's like it all started with parrots, I think. Parrots, when they added parrots to the game, they made them so you could feed them cookies. Because, you know, haha, Polly wants a cracker, right? It's funny. It's wholesome. The parrots can't have chocolate, so if you feed them a chocolate chip cookie, it's gonna die now. And then it just like got worse from there on. And the thing is about the frogs, isn't it like now incredibly hard to get frog lights? Wasn't the whole thing supposed to be like a frog eats a firefly and then it produces a frog light? And then they changed it so like now they have to eat like slimes and magma cubes. When was the last time Minecraft got a new food item? last crop they got was beets. And beets barely have a use. Beets are really strange. It was a really strange food to add. Okay, I guess the last time they added an item, it was a food item, was glowberries. So that's technically a food item. Yeah, you make beet soup. And beet soup is fucking useless because no one likes to make soups in Minecraft because the bowls take up your inventory. You need 2 inventory slots to eat a soup. Assuming you have a stack. Glowberries' primary purpose is not for eating. No one goes into a cave and eats glowberries. They get glowberries so they can hang them from the ceiling in their builds. Because, once again, all of these items are just for building. Glowberries do not exist to feed you. They exist to make your builds prettier. And produce light from a plant. I genuinely think Farmer's Delight is like one of those essential mods I need in Minecraft now. That and supplementaries. By the way, we have a Minecraft server for our subs. If you are subscribed, we have a Minecraft server. You join my Discord server and you can access it. It is lightly modded. It is what's the mod pack called? I don't remember the Minecraft mod. What's it called? It's a great mod pack. Homestead. Yeah, we're playing Homestead. There's a lot of bun bites on it. It's a lot of fun. Everyone gets up to a lot of fun projects. So if you're subscribed, join my Discord server. Look in the sub channels. You'll get access. You can get whitelisted on the modded server. It's very lightweight. It's not a big heavy mod pack. It's a lot of fun. You'll have a lot of fun. Everyone else has a lot of fun, so you'll have a lot of fun too. Speaking of, I am making it a point to strengthen the bond between both of us. You and me. I really want to spend more time with you guys and you know, get closer to you. I want to get close to you. I want to get all up in your business. I want to get close to you. Anyways, we're gonna have a schedule for events every month in the Discord server. We played Mecha Chameleon last night and it was so much fun. Tomorrow, here, let me pull up the event calendar. The event calendar is a little bare bones for this month because this month is halfway through. But next month, it'll be more fleshed out. 88, thank you for the sub! So, here's the event schedule. Tomorrow, we are finally watching Twilight. The first movie. We'll watch the rest of them. But we're starting with the first movie. Watching Twilight tomorrow. I've been wanting to do this for so long. It is gonna be open mic. Because I think it's gonna be a really funny experience for all of us to watch Twilight together. Next Wednesday, we're gonna be watching Beastars Final Season Part 2, because I haven't seen that yet. We're gonna start on that. We haven't watched it, for episode 1 yet. By the way, it's Part 2 of Final Season. Just want to preface this. Then we're gonna start having our VR Chat month-along, VR Chat month-alongs? VR Chat monthly meetups. Technically, it's like Friday. It's gonna be 12 a.m. on Saturday morning, so it's gonna be Friday night. Friday night, you're free to get on earlier. That's just when I'm gonna get on. I'm probably gonna get on at midnight, because I want time after stream to go get some alcohol. If you haven't been to a VR Chat meetup before, our rules are very simple. We have the entire event with the Bun Bite group. Basically, rules are no naked avatars. No NSFW shit. You are allowed to drink. We all usually are drinking, but drink responsibly. Don't drink and hurt yourself. Yeah. We might do some group photos and stuff every now and then, but that's basically it. No naked avatars. No ERP. No ERP. No grooming. Just drinks and fun. And then this is technically next month, but we're gonna be starting the next month by playing Dale and Dawson. But we might do some more things in between there, and mods are more than welcome to host their own events and do host their own events regularly. So this is just the ones that I'm particularly hosting. I'm gonna be in the VC more often, so if you guys want to hang out, chat, talk, have a good time, I'm gonna be in the VC more often. Any chance of a Pantheon attempt? I would love to. There's a lot of Destiny gamers in our server right now. Like, a lot of us are in VC playing Destiny most of the time that we're in VC. Please. Okay, I've been waiting. All right, well, you got a Sherpa. Are you willing to Sherpa? Because I haven't done some of these raid encounters. I was not ready for Pantheon to immediately open up with raid encounters I haven't done. I need a new clan. My old clan disbanded because there's another VTuber owned, but they graduated. Lucky for you, we have a clan, and you are more than welcome to join. There's a lot of D2 players in our server. Our server is basically VTuber server and a Destiny 2 server at this point. So yeah, just hop in the VC and stuff. Like, a lot of us are... Like, we'll be in VC, and there'll be many of us, so there'll be like multiple groups of 3 doing Destiny stuff at one time. Together, and then we'll like do raids, and I can Sherpa. I'm sure you can, KDA. You know what, KDA? I have a challenge for you. All right, I want you to pick a raid. Honestly, you can pick something simple, you know, something that's not like a really long raid. Yeah, pick a raid. I want you to watch the videos on it. You know, like watch the videos or study the material. Yeah, I want you to just like study the material, whatever. So like you can figure out how the raid works. And then I want us to go into the raid with you and follow your directions. We're gonna follow your directions even if we know they're wrong. Even if we know they're wrong, we're gonna follow your directions. I think that would be so much fun. Just listen to whatever the fuck you say. So study up. I want you to do your absolute best to study up. And then I want you to Sherpa us, because that'd be really funny. Garden of Salvation run with a different... Well, we need to. Apparently, I'm like the only person who has div. And I don't want to be a div bitch because I have the highest DPS oftentimes, or one of the highest. My DPS is so good. I still need a div. Yeah, I'm the only person with div. It sucks. You have div, get in here. We need somebody with div. I don't want to be div bitch. I'm tired. I love playing Destiny with you guys. It's really fun. It's really fun. You guys are awesome. If you lose, we're gonna do a DPS test. If you lose, you div bitch. If I lose, I'm div bitch. Okay, fair enough. Hop on right now. I'll call out of work. You want to do Garden of Salvation right now? Wait, are you serious? Are you serious? You want to do a garden run? You're serious. Wait, 350. Are you actually serious? 350? Are we doing garden? Do we have enough people to do garden? Okay, so like we could do me, Mobu, 350, Akala. Is Johners available? We could get Johners in there. Get Mora in there. We can get Mystic in there. Yeah, we can get Mystic in there. KDA, no! KDA, you have to study up on Crota. Johners is sleeping. Okay, we can get Mystic in there. Destiny 2 is free, and what are all the DLCs, what, $25 now or something? Does anyone know the actual value of all the DLC in Destiny, assuming you paid full price for it? Oh, the sale ended? Oh. Summer sale's coming up. Maybe they'll do something. It's gotta be over 150. I mean, are we counting season passes or not? $350. If you're dead ass, I need you to type "I am dead ass" so I know you're dead ass. You have to specifically say "I am dead ass." We will do garden right now. I'm dead. Okay, chat. I love you guys. I gotta go to Garden of Salvation. I gotta go clock into my job. I gotta go clock into my 8-hour shift for Garden of Salvation. Okay? Stream it? I don't want to stream it. I don't like streaming Destiny. I don't like Destiny fans in my chat. And I don't know. I need to be on call, and you know, people are so finicky about me streaming with the boys. You know, it's just. Anyways, I'll be in the Discord. You guys can. I'll stream my POV. How about that? I'll stream my POV in the Discord. You guys can watch in the Discord. Yeah, mail on the stream. Mail on the stream. All right. I'm gonna hop off of here so I can play Garden of Salvation. See you guys in Discord.